Well, sorry. So I'm back.
Where have you been in Hong Kong?
Tell me, looking at me now, how do I look?
You look like you're seriously ill, aren't you?
Yeah, I don't
State
feel
of you.
great. I don't feel great. I have had maybe the worst 2 days of my life.
Really?
Shall I talk you through it?
Yeah, go.
So missed last week, obviously, went to Hong Kong. And I was speaking, I'm an ambassador for the Hong Kong Rugby Union, got invited to speak at the long lunch. It's
a big thing now.
Yeah, it's a big thing, yes.
Yeah.
You've got like the sevens, which everyone knows about, and then you've got the long lunch, which is kind of, I say the precursor, it's obviously a few months before the sevens. Jim, do you want to be guest speaker? I was like, bloody hell, big deal. Yes, please. So arrived there on the Wednesday. Sorry,
Thank you, Cathy Pacific.
Yeah, so left the UK on Tuesday. I can't even remember what day it was. Anyway, on Thursday went to a dinner, didn't do anything, didn't go out. So my body clock was still in sync with the UK, and I thought, right, well this is good because I'm only here for like 48 hours, maybe a little bit more. So gonna look after myself. Wife's like, what kind of state are you going to rock home? And I said, look, I'm only going to have a few drinks. I'm not going to go out and go mad. Anyway, fast forward. Okay, limp forward to the Friday long lunch. Lunch starts at 12. I'm on at 1 o'clock. So I'm nervous.
Get the speech out the way.
So
early.
I'm nervous as hell before the speech. So I've chopped about 4 or 5 Guinnesses before I've gone on.
When he says 4, he means 1.
Yeah, so I maybe chop 1 or 2, calm the nerves, get up there and basically it was like the speech of all speeches. You've got Mandela, you've got Churchill, and you've got Michael McIntyre sketches, and then you've got Jim Hamilton at the long lunch. I've absolutely smashed it. That's not me saying that. That's the people buying me drinks after.
Well, let's talk about the speech, actually, because I had a good mate in the crowd.
And what did he say?
Well, he sent me a picture saying this kid can't live without you. And you got a picture of me. As you're speaking, you got a picture of me next to you on stage, haven't you?
Well, I don't want to give it away. But now it's like 4 o'clock in the afternoon. So it's still very early.
You spoke for 3 hours?
Well, no, a few
Fucking
other people
boring.
went up.
Wow.
A few other people went up, obviously. So it's now 4 or 5 o'clock in the afternoon, late evening. I reckon I'm 15 drinks deep. And you're at the turning point then, aren't you? So I'm with John Barclay.
Again, that's 5.
Yeah.
So I'm with John Barclay, and we get to a stage, and later on in the evening, it's like, mate, what are we doing? He's like, well, I'm heading back. Next thing, group of lads walk into this bar. Big Jim, you're my hero. And they start buying me. Start buying me drinks. Now,
who's the freak?
Now, this is the part. This is the part why my wife hasn't been speaking to me for the last 2 days. So, fast forward to 7 o'clock the next morning. Right, 7 o'clock the next morning. So 7 o'clock the next morning. It's about midnight. Wife's gone out with some friends. So it's 7 o'clock the next morning.
In Hong Kong.
In Hong Kong. My flight is at 2 o'clock. So my flight's in a few hours' time. And I'm FaceTiming the wife. Shirt's been ripped open.
By?
And I've no idea. I've no idea. So my shirt's been ripped open. And I'm FaceTiming the wife in my hotel room with some random bloke who is naked. So we're both naked. We're both naked in the bedroom.
Jim.
And I'm FaceTiming my wife with this bloke. My wife, who's this
You
bloke?
got something to tell us?
No.
Oh, okay.
No.
How did that get to that point?
You talk about super fans. This guy, he was like, we're just with me all night. Turns out he is a friend of my wife's sister. And he's in a room with me. I have no idea, right? So it's now 7, 8 o'clock. I'm FaceTiming my wife. So it's all legit, all good. So nothing to hide.
Apart from your mate's naked in your room.
He could have probably hidden some of those things, probably, I would have thought.
So the wife is there. Jim, you're flying at 2. You need to set your alarm clock. And it's one of them where, you got your one eye closed. You can't concentrate. So she's like screenshotting the thing of me, like me and this naked guy next to me trying to set my alarm. Absolutely no idea. Next thing.
Decent piece on him? Hell of a bush?
Matt, I couldn't even tell you. Matt, I couldn't even tell you. He could have had tits like you and I wouldn't have even known. And next thing I know, wake up in the morning.
Tell me you've missed your flight.
I've missed the flight.
Yes! Yes!
I've missed the flight.
Oh, no.
Absolutely devastated. I'm devastated. The fear is high. The fear. So I go down. So I'm staying on the rooftop of the Grand Hyatt Hotel. So we're staying, and so you get there's a reception. There's another reception. Like you're talking VIP, right? And I'm not even joking when I say this. So it'd been cornered off this place. I thought it was for me, but it turns out there was like Chinese delegates and stuff staying there. So in order for me to get into my room of 10, there was 10 different rooms. You had to go through a security process. So these people there for the last couple of days, apparently, This is what the reception tell me. Apparently, I'm walking around the corridors at 8 o'clock in the morning in my pants, pretending to be a sniper.
No, Jim. Really?
Absolutely steaming. I've got 4 kids at home. I'm 35 years
Have
old.
you learnt their names yet?
Mate, it's not even about that.
So when you miss your flight, what do you do?
Well, I had to ring the CEO from Cathay, and he answered and said, Jim, the hero, is this the hero from yesterday's... Look, I said, mate, I missed my flight. He said, that happens a lot. He said, you'll be on the first class flight tonight, don't worry. You'll be on the first class flight out of here. So I've got to give a big shout out to Cathay Pacific, my mate Martin Murray, Simon Large. Thank you so much, because divorce was on. It was basically, if I didn't get on that flight, I don't know whether I would still have a wife today. So my wife, I love you. JJ, I'm sorry I missed taking you to rugby on the Sunday.
Oh,
I mean,
mate, that's
yeah,
terrible.
All these life moments.
No, it was the baggage. It was the baggage handlers. I didn't get the frigging bags out in time at Heathrow. Shocking. I've never ever been so dark, ever.
Really?
It was more the fact that I might have had to have flown with
In economy?
in economy. Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
That was what I was most dark about.